The InSight framework aims to support individuals in developing the kind of self-aware, self-governing thinking that Steiner describes. Here are several ways in which the framework aligns with this concept. Encouraging metacognitive reflection. The InSight framework includes prompts and exercises that encourage users to reflect on their own thinking processes. By regularly examining how they form concepts, make judgments, and draw conclusions, users can begin to develop a more conscious relationship to their own cognitive activity. Highlighting the role of intuition. Steiner emphasizes the importance of intuition in grasping the true nature of thinking. The InSight framework provides resources and guidance on cultivating intuitive insight, helping users to move beyond merely discursive reasoning and tap into a more direct apprehension of the laws of thought. Facilitating philosophical inquiry. By engaging users with fundamental questions about the nature of knowledge, reality, and the self, the InSight framework stimulates the kind of deep, self-directed thinking that Steiner advocates. Structured philosophical exercises and dialogues are integrated into the platform, encouraging users to think rigorously and systematically about these issues. Integrating anthroposophical concepts. Rudolf Steiner's epistemology is, deeply informed by his broader spiritual worldview, which he termed anthroposophy. The InSight framework introduces key anthroposophical concepts, such as the threefold nature of the human being, body, soul, and spirit, and the evolution of consciousness, providing a rich context for understanding the nature and significance of thinking. Ultimately, the goal of the InSight framework in this context is to support users in developing a more conscious, self-directed, and spiritually attuned thinking capacity. By providing tools and resources for metacognitive reflection, intuitive insight, philosophical inquiry, and the integration of anthroposophical ideas, the framework helps individuals to not only think about the world, but to understand the very nature of thinking itself. As Steiner concludes the chapter, thinking must never be regarded as a merely subjective activity. Thinking lies beyond subject and object. It produces these two concepts just as it produces all others. When therefore I, as thinking subject, refer a concept to an object, we must not regard this reference as something purely subjective. It is not the subject that makes the reference, but thinking. The subject does not think because it is a subject, rather it appears to itself as a subject because it can think. The activity exercised by man as a thinking being is thus not merely subjective, rather is it something neither subjective nor objective, that transcends both these concepts. I ought never to say that my individual subject thinks, but much more that my individual subject lives by the grace of thinking. This is a profound insight, one that challenges our everyday notions of the relationship between self and world. By recognizing the transcendent nature of thinking, we open up the possibility of a new kind of knowledge, one that is not merely subjective or objective but participates in the very ground of being itself. The InSight framework, by supporting individuals in this kind of deep, self-reflective thinking, can play a vital role in actualizing Steiner's vision of a truly free and spiritually aware humanity. It is an exciting prospect, one that holds immense potential for personal and collective transformation.